This is Roku taking us through On-Demand Evolution 2025. They are already here on stage in front of you. So if you could please give a very warm welcome to Laura Chaibi and Ivan Pehar.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey everyone, good morning. It's great to see so many familiar faces in the audience. My name's Ivan Pehar. I lead the Roku business here in Canada. I've only been here for 30 days, so don't ask too many hard questions, but I do want to share a few things I've learned over the last 30 days. The first one really is that Roku is building and we are focused on being a connected TV platform. We're not interested in other business priorities. Number two, innovation and creativity. Everything we do is focused on giving our users an experience that is unmatched. When we drive innovation, we allow all the brands in the room to have the largest canvas that's available on connected TV. And all of that together is why Roku is the lead-in to your TV experience. So that's what I learned over the last 30 days. What we're here to share with you today is our 5th annual VOD Evolution study. This is a Canadian study with Canadian data speaking to Canadian users. So I'm going to ask you to please scan the QR code, and I'm going to pass it over to Laura.
Thank you very much. And listen, you would have also received it in email, and there's a QR code at the end in case you missed this opportunity. We're going to start with a little video about Roku Canada. Sue, is it me? Sound, please. The music is brilliant. It's called This Is Our Time. Can we get sound on our video? More, louder, louder. Well, then I'm just going to voice over. This is our time. It's our time right now in the Canadian market, and I'm going to go through the study of just some top highlights. The white paper's a lot fuller. I've been in TV media measurement. I was classically trained at the BBC. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, 7 generations Canadian. But I'm 20 years looking at on-demand and TV streaming and trained properly on how to measure it. This study is really important because what I've tried to do is break down for you what's going on with people who are seeing ads. This has never been seen before. I haven't seen a study like this anywhere in the world. I'm going to try and break down and isolate those addressable TV streaming audiences right across the TV platforms. But what I really want to say to you is, yes, this is a deck, not to convince all of you. You know what? Clickers don't work, my friend. That's because you like the Canadian logo, right? Have you got another clicker? Swapsies. Okay. So I'm going to have to pick up the pace because we're losing time, and I speak very, very fast. I've got a deck for you, but this deck is not to convince you. No, clickers don't work. Sue, you're going to be my navigator, and I'm going to say next slide, okay? Whoever you are in IT, perfect. All right, we're going to talk about advertising, audiences, time, and media, and of course, I get to be the first person to talk about AI, and well, wouldn't be the future of TV without a little bit of AI, right? So we're going to talk about AI. If we go on to the next slide, this deck is actually not for you. It's actually for all the people you have to go back to and convince on why they should be spending in TV. I hope by my 11 minutes left, I've given you 7 reasons. I want you to steal this deck. It will be available after the conference to help you navigate and have conversations on why every day you fight for the dollars you have. Next slide. 88% of all retail money spent in Canada. By the way, do you like my little footnote? They're Canadian signs because I put everything into Canadian dollars. What? You're welcome. $1.12 trillion is forecasted by 2028 to be spent in Canada. 12% is e-commerce. That's not a lot. Not because Canada isn't a great country, but because it's built on mom and pop businesses, not corporate America. You guys have different ways of doing business. Last mile delivery. It's not that it is a challenge, it is the way we are. Next slide. And strangely, 12% is e-commerce, but in 2024, 55% of the budget is going on mobile? Let's break this down. So 22.1 billion Canadian spent in advertising, 73% is digital, 55% is being spent on mobile, but it's only driving 5% of sales. We need to flip the script in this room, and we need to bring the money back into TV, all of us. I'm assuming that's why you're here, right? Next slide. This is the forecast. Yes, it's a little bit different than yours, Guy. This is e-marketer data, but it is in Canadian dollars. The expectation is that by 2028, according to e-marketer, $4.3 billion will be spent in TV in Canada, and roughly 38% of it will be CTV. You know what's wrong with this picture? Is it's only 16% of all ad spend. 10 years earlier, before COVID, it was 27% of ad spend was spent on TV. Can I tell you something? I couldn't even download this slide from eMarketer. I had to manually build it because connected TV is sitting in the digital budget. No, can you see the letters TV? It's TV. I built this for you. Take this to your other teams, please. Only 6% is forecasted to be CTV ad spend. You know what? Challenge accepted. I actually don't think that that's high enough. You're only spending 5% of your money in m-commerce. Let's take some of that 55% back into TV. Next slide. Thank you, Sue. You're great at this. Audiences. Let's talk audiences. Move on. We did a survey. This is the 5th time. Next slide, Sue. 69%, hit again, are addressable TV streamers. So 80% of internet users or TV viewers who are watching TV at least once monthly are TV streamers. But what I've been able to work out for you is nearly 7 in 10 of them have said they have watched content, TV shows that have ads. 31% no ads, 20% are not streaming. It's okay. Next. And that's AVOD, BVOD, and what I call ADS-VOD, ad-supported video on demand streaming. It's grown 64% since 2023, and it is now, this is the killer fact you all have to take back to your teams, 55% of all TV viewers are now addressable with ads. Give me my TV budget back. Next slide. Yes, you have to have these conversations, don't you? Because the digital guys, they got a lot. And I'm ex-digital, so now I'm on the other side. I'm like PC and a Mac. I know how to sell both ways. Okay, so let's break it down. For those who didn't follow, 55% see ads. The other ones are not. The hiding out 25% are millennials. Sorry, I know you've got kids. You don't really want to see the ads, potentially. 20% non-streamers. Click, click, click if you can, really quick. 2, perfect. Share of time spent, because that's what we really care about. What are our opportunities? What we're seeing is that for all adults, roughly 63% of time is with live broadcast TV or streaming with ads. And for TV streamers, it's 58%. The other could be any kind of other streaming. I know you guys love your PVRs, very specific to Canada. And OLV is online video. Keep going. And you know what? Yes, it's hard. Next slide, Sue. People are changing. They are upgrading, switching, downgrading, canceling. I call these the flexi VODs. You're probably one of them in your audience. You got your little binge and then you canceled the service. Can we go to the next slide? What you will see, though, is that I've been measuring this for 3 years. It is a constant. Do not be afraid of people switching service. Call it like it's switching channels. Flexi VODs are here to stay. It is remain roughly half of the audiences. Next slide. This is our time to win. I'm going to run out of time, so you're going to have to come speak to me at another event where I get 30 minutes. So, talking about time, I know this looks really basic to a room of TV people, but you have to put it side for the other people to see we're bigger and we're better. 77% of people have a smart TV. This is specifically what screen do you use to watch TV. No, it is not mobile. No, it is not computer. Yes, advertising agency person, you are the outlier. The rest of the country is watching TV. Next slide. Not only are they watching TV, they are watching it to spend time with others. New concept. And not only are they doing it, I want to convince you, I know we say, hey, it's for everyone, it's social, but you know what? That is the most social location in the household. And not only that, it's no other screen will do. Look at 21% was the nearest need state of no screen will do when I'm looking for we time. And all this me time, it's all on the mobile. No, it is not in Canada. It is still the TV screen, even for me time. Move forward, Sue. And there's a whole host of need states where the distance between other screens, TV blows them out of the water. We time, traditions, rituals. Yes, we say this in conversation with our clients, but here's some data to have a conversation with them about it. It is 100% Canadian data. Watching what everyone is talking about. Can we move forward? And what this gives us is a challenge because we are undervaluing our inventory. Only 1 in 5 people said that they're really only watching to be with themselves, which means what are the multiplier effects on that programmatic trade? If you're trading it at $10, for example, our average household is nearly 3 people. Are we undervaluing our opportunity that funds our future programming? Move forward. There's a new paradigm on modern TV day planning, and if you want to make it simple to someone who's never worked in TV, so you just have to remember 3 parts: real time, prime time, make time. I'm going to explain what this is. Sue, move forward. But you're going to have to do a lot of clicking, Sue. You're my best friend. Do about 4 clicks. Perfect, stay there. I was going to break it out, but you can come talk to me afterwards. Basically, real time is live. Of course I want to call it live, but there's fast in there. So I don't know what to call it, so I called it real time. It means you can't stop. It's on a gravy train. Just keep going. It is still, no, sorry, not you, Sue. Come back. Sorry. This is all streamers. Prime time, you already know what that is. Explain it to the new people coming into TV. It is that window where everyone's doing it. The last section I'm calling make time, because I think we've got lots of words, but we have to take back the narrative and flip the script. Make time is all the things that you sit down, that is the value opportunity to see, whether it's binge, ritual, habit, boredom, don't have control of the remote control, whatever it is, but that is mostly your on-demand viewing. If you go forward, this is a weekday, and you're gonna have to click now, Sue, 4 times, sorry. This is the addressable TV streamers. The most important thing you need to know is that for addressable TV streamers, it's back. Advertising's back. 52% of addressable TV streamers are watching on-demand TV streaming with ads. That's BVOD, broadcaster VOD, AVOD, or ad-supported video on demand in prime time. Live is still absolutely important. If you download the white paper, we give you tips on how to plan through these pivotal times. They're simple. I know it's not simple, but make it look simple because we've got to bring a lot of people into the ecosystem. Move forward. Weekend, 4 clicks, Sue. In the weekend, it is actually for addressable TV streamers, which is probably a lot of you in this room right now, prime time right through extended into the nighttime. 23 hours, more than 23 hours is spent with TV, and nearly half of it with addressable TV streamers is now advertising, around 9 hours a week. That's a lot of planning to be done between live and on demand. It's our time. It's our time to take back the narrative that the advertising opportunities are back in TV. Now, what about media? Move forward. 2 slides. This is the crux. Now, I'm 20 years in the biz. This is our problem. The live TV, we bank all of our efforts and our money making in the first run, first window A-lister talent in our season upfronts of September and like spring. But it is amortized over time. And then what happens is in subscription video on demands is that these are loss leader titles. They don't make any money from them. They have to make the money over time. These two models are crashing together. And we need to reprogram even our live business partners. It is not a case of amortization of value. It is now a case of realization of value, and how do we transfer the programming value into the advertising opportunity. We have to think differently because the models are changing. You can see here only 20% of an average week of people's time is with net new things, but the other 37% is our value that we need to educate on why TV is premium. Next. AI, got 3 seconds, but they promised a hall pass of a few more minutes. AI is of course ad innovation, not artificial intelligence. So these are some stats on 74% of addressable TV streamers take some form of action from ads. Why is this here? Because a lot of these we don't measure. We can't measure. We cannot get the attribution for that behavior. But yet we need to acknowledge it happens because it's part of our value offering. So how do we help clients understand? Where we are innovating, go forward here at Roku, is we have the, next slide, sorry Sue, I changed my language, is that we're creating new types of ad formats for the lead-in to TV streaming for advertisers. So whether it's okay to find more information, okay to subscribe, okay to learn more, for offers. We even know now 6% of Canadians said they have clicked on a TV screensaver ad. And this is the Roku home screensaver, Roku City. McDonald's moved in this year and was the first brand to do so. We will be welcoming more brands in the coming years. Last slide, win the future, AI. 80% of Canadians agree that any use of AI, whether partial or 100%, should be labeled. The last slide are some of the stats. Next slide. And the whole long list is in the white paper, so if you go to the last slide, which is the QR code, that was a whirlwind of what's going on with TV streaming in Canada. I'm gonna sum up quickly, sorry, one more minute, because you know I didn't get my clicker, right? Okay. 7 reasons. Number 1, over 50% of TV viewers, 55, are now addressable. It's 69% of TV streamers are dipping in to ads. It is 21 hours a week of TV, roughly 3 hours a day. This has been constant. I know, Guy, you had more than me, but that included social on the stage. That's Wade's story. 60% of that time is addressable. We are quality time. No other screen will do. For we time, me time, escape time, ritual time, and fear of missing out on the conversation time. It is co-viewing. We need to value our inventory. It is prime time into the nighttime. And we have absolutely fundamentally built, equity-built titles. I will tell you, I worked in the Middle East on a reality show. There were 16 hours of prime programming, and there was nearly 30,000 digital assets of fractional value pumped through the social sphere. This is what we are up against, and we need to bring that value back into TV. And finally, ad innovation is happening. This is an exciting space to be in. Bring everyone else along with you into TV. But remember, we need to solve what we're going to do with artificial intelligence to make sure we have ad integrity. I'm Laura. Thank you so much for your time.